have a question.
All right.
Question.
Okay, first things first. Hi, I'm Cody.
In the question. Annette.
Nice to meet you, Annette. I got to let you know these are being recorded, okay?
Oh, it is? Okay,
Yes,
no
ma'am.
problem.
I love your glasses, by the way.
I do too. So, Maxton, if you were common law wife in Georgia, and first you're living with Dan, you live in a house, what's the common law wife stand for now?
Okay. So Georgia doesn't necessarily recognize common law, right? In very, very few circumstances will they recognize that. If you can prove a valid marriage, right? And common law marriages are a little bit more difficult to prove nowadays because regular marriages are very easy to get. If you can demonstrate a common law marriage, then you would inherit as like that person's nearest relative, assuming they didn't have a will. If they had a will, then the property will be disposed of in whatever accordances with the will that that person wants, right? If you aren't actually married, common law or otherwise, if you can't prove the marriage and they have a will, it'll go that way. If they don't have a will, then all of their assets is going to go into what is called probate, and the state's going to determine who gets what, and they're going to give that property to the closest living relative of that individual, right? Which goes in a very weird pattern. So it'll go from them to their children. If they don't have children, it'll go from them to their parents. If they don't have parents, it'll go from them to their siblings. If there are no siblings, it'll go to the grandparents. If the grandparents aren't alive, then it will go to the aunt and uncle, like their next kids, and it will keep going up and then down to the next relative and that relative's closest relative until they find someone to give it to, which is why you absolutely have to have a will. It's very important to have a will.
So do you have a card?
This is just a web series that we do to offer like free general advice to people. I find most people don't need a lawyer. They just have a question and they don't know where to start. And lawyers are very expensive, so I spend about an hour of my day once a month out here asking questions.
Let me show you.